Okay, Tom from Hot Fish here, and we just got to the local pond, and we're going to go and see if we can't catch a few fish and apply what you've learned by watching the other videos. And if you haven't, make sure you watch the other videos. Stay tuned. Okay, so we walked down to the local pond. As you can see, there's a lot of wood in the water, a lot of trees along the shoreline. And if I'm trying to pick a spot to start, as a beginner, you may want to take trees into consideration. There's an awful lot around this pond, but I'm seeing a dam over there that may be a perfect spot to start at. Because if you're not real advanced in casting, you want to find a nice open spot to start with, and then once you get the handle on casting and your ability gets to be better, then you can tuck into the bushes and the trees and so forth and look for things that the fish like to hang out at. This nice big tree that's in the water in front of me would be a perfect spot to start at. Actually, there's not too many trees around. There's one off to my right here, but up overhead we got nothing. So I think we're gonna start here and fish around for a little bit. I know I don't have to worry about casting into the branches and so forth. And one thing I want to point out, when I was showing how to cast the rods, try and when you're learning, don't do overhead casts. You very rarely do that. That's why you see so many bobbers in the trees, because people cast over their heads and it shoots up in the air and gets in the tree. Learn to cast with the rod tip low. But well, we're going to walk around the lake and maybe head down to the dam or find some weeds. But it's a beautiful fall day. Most of the leaves are down. It's a little bit chilly, but that doesn't mean that the fish stop biting. So I am going to show you how to fish. So I already have my hook tied on with the Palomar knot that I showed you. And if you don't know how to tie the Palomar knot, watch my other video where I talk about line and knots. I'm going to put this bobber on the line, and I'm not going to go too high. I'm going to put it about that far, a foot, a little over a foot, and I'm going to clip it on. Now I'm going to zoom in a little bit so you can see me do this. These bobbers are pretty simple. You push the button and a little hook comes up. You can hook that on the line just like that. But if that's all you do, it may slide on you. So what you want to do is kind of hold the line down with your finger, push that up, and I want you to wrap it around that hook once. Then let it go down. And that'll stop your bobber from sliding up and down the line. And then the little gulp minnow that I showed you guys in an earlier video, we're going to put the hook in that. What I'm doing is I'm putting it right in between the line, the dark part and the light part of the minnow. I'm going to pull that down so that that hangs just like that. And now we're set up. Okay, we're going to cast this type of setup, the spinning setup. You'll notice there's a big round bearing that the line goes over here. What I'm going to do is pinch that line against the rod with my finger, and I'm going to open this bail. Now when I let my finger go, that's when the bobber is going to go down. So I'm going to back up here and show you how to cast this. As I swing the rod forward, when it's pointing in the direction I want the bobber to go, then I'm going to let my finger go and let it fly. I'm not going to cast hard. When you look at the rod tip, I'm going to reel that bobber up to where I have a few inches left at the end of the rod. Now I'm going to pinch, line up that bearing, pinch my line, and open the bail. And then I'm just going to swing the rod forward and let the line go with my finger. Then I'm going to close the bail with my hand. I want to reel up a little slack. If you have too many coils in your line, you want to reel that up so that your line's straight to the bobber. Okay, I want to show you how to cast this basic spin casting setup, your push button reels. Basically, what you want to do is press and hold the button in, and I'll show that a little bit closer. But you press and hold the button in, and nothing moves. As soon as you let the button go, that's when the line goes free. So what you want to do is push the button and hold it, and as I move the rod forward, when it's pointing in the direction where I want the bobber to go, I let the button go. So just like that. And then an important step, you want to turn the handle over one time so that the line won't go out now. And you just wait for your bite. But that's the basics on how to cast these rods. Okay, we moved to a different part of the lake here, but I just wanted to show you one more thing when you're casting. I want to show you a little flipping technique that's similar to how we flip when we're actually in a tournament, but it's a good thing to start getting kids to do because you'll be fishing around a lake and there'll be a lot of trees. The idea is you want to keep your bobber low to the low trajectory into the water. So basically you just hold up by the hook like this, and it takes a little bit of hand coordination, but I have my bail open and I pinched my line, or if you're using a push button rod, same deal, push your button and hold it, and then all I want to do is let this go with my left hand and let it swing out, and as it swings out pointing towards the water, then I'm going to let my line go. So I'm going to show you that. Let it go, and I let my finger go. What that does is allow your bait to swing down and stay low and go in the water, and it'll help to keep some bobbers out of the trees. Then I'll close my bail, reel up a little slack, and I'm ready to get a bite. Okay, we're gonna cast this bobber in and see if we get a bite. We're looking for it to go under the water and run. There we go, we got a bite. He didn't take it yet. There we go, and we got him. All right. Got a nice sunfish here. Not too bad. Sunfish have spikes right here, so what you want to do is slowly push those down, starting from his head back. Then you won't get jabbed while you're taking the hook out. He's just hooked in the lip, so I could take that out. Nice little one, but we're not after big giants, so that's good for us. We go and toss them in and let them go. Okay, well, we spent some time out on the lake and got to catch a few bluegill, and hopefully if you watch this video series you'll be able to do the same thing, and watch for my other videos where I give tips and techniques, and as you get advanced I'll have some advanced videos for you.